Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be taking a look today at a game that just basically caught my eye just based on the aesthetics alone, and that's Aether and Iron. Let's take a look at the back of the box here on the Steam page. What does it say about the game? What's it about? What kind of experience can we expect? Aether and Iron. Immerse yourself in this Decopunk Narrative RPG set in an alternate 1930s, where anti-gravitational technology has taken cars, roads, and even New York City into the sky. Muster a crew, master tactical turn-based combat, and unravel the dark secrets lurking beneath the floating metropolis. Yeah, there's not anything about that I don't like. That seems pretty cool. Turn-based vehicular combat. I like it even better. Save your city with a writing team that includes credits on Far Cry, Mass Effect, and Sovereign Syndicate. Aether 9 brings to life an alternate timeline in which, the anti-grav technology has reshaped the city skyline and deepened social divides. Full voice acting. That's huge right there just by itself. Yeah, I'm digging this. I really like the look. I edited it out, but I tried to show the trailer a couple times and Steam just was not having it. I tried the website and I tried the storefront, and both times the trailer, although stylish and looking really good, cut out on me halfway through 3 different times. So, which is too bad, because it looks rad, but and I like showing the trailers at the beginning, but we're just going to press on and get on with playing the game. Okay, difficulty option. Enjoy the story for those who want a mix of engaging, ideal for players who want balance and challenge. But first thing first, and this is where my first kind of gripe comes in, is I have no problem there being multiple difficulty levels, but devs need to consistently get off the fence and tell us which one is the intended default experience, because that's what I want to play. I'm going to go with balance because that seems like that's the Goldilocks setting, and that is kind of what I'm thinking. But I've been wrong before, and I've assumed that the middle ground was the intended experience, only to find out no, actually it was story, or it was the hard mode, right? So I like it when devs actually just point blank say this is the intended experience. But minor gripes aside, we'll jump in. Ooh, we have permadeath. Your save file will be locked, not for the faint of heart, or single save. This is a demo, and this is offering this. That's interesting. So, and those are, okay, so so these are optional. We can also go single save and permadeath are both 2 different things. You can save and quit, but you cannot reload. The no save skimming mode, that's sweet. And permadeath. You know what, it's a demo. Why don't we just, I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, you can only pick one of the 2. You know what, we'll go single save. All right, I promise I won't. Health and safety, there's flashing lights. Okay, so be warned, I guess there's motion sickness, you got epileptic seizures, anything like that. Play in a well-lit room. Brother, that ain't never gonna happen.
Every man, woman, and child remembers the day that Aether first captured their imagination. That gravity became nothing more than an inconvenience. Prepare yourselves, fair citizens of New York, to feel such wonder again. The Helicline Institute of Avionics is announcing an early Aether Tech showcase ahead of the 1939 World's Fair. So come one and come all, and be inspired. Gaze upon new skyward frontiers and see that there is no alternative to a future amongst the heavens.
Looks like it's time. There's no thriving in this city, not when the shadow of the uppers keeps the rest of us fumbling in the dark. They get the sunlight and the cotton clouds, while the lowers is lost in the dark at midday. But with a job like today's, I can catch my breath. No guns, no complications, not like last time. I'd sooner throw myself into the well and let the gravity storms pull me apart than go through that again. And if this goes well, I'll never have to. I can still hear my Zeo's last breaths echoing in the gunshots that rip the ground from beneath my feet.
Now leaving the station.
I could leave this smuggler business behind. I wouldn't have to worry about backroom deals, meddling tyrants, or pulling pennies from the smoke of a gun. I'd find a place up here where the air is clean, where the sun wakes you up in the morning, and the stars say goodnight. It'd be just me and the open sky, finally free.
All right. Well, it certainly scores early marks for presentation. Okay.
I slip into one of the ritziest hideaways in the uppers, long after the rich and sauced have sauntered off to bed. The glass cage cleans up nice after hours, but no amount of soap will wash away the stink of high-class gin and imported cologne. My shoe gives the glass floor a wary tap as I scan the room. I ignore the booze hound glued to the table and turn to the stern-faced bartender.
Okay. So everything's based, okay.
The regulars flock here to take in the view over a bottle of something expensive and bubbly. Every now and then, a soul gets grounded, and this is the best seat in the house.
Sorry about that. I was trying to mute myself so I could cough without bothering disturbing the video, but apparently it really doesn't like it when you click outside of the game window. So I will endeavor not to do that again. I was commenting too, like looks like a kind of adventure game navigation and alt to show highlights. Okay, so you can like pick up what's going on. Okay.
As good a mouthwash as any. Might come in handy later too. Currency in my line of work isn't always green.
Sweet, yeah, take the booze.
The bartender gives me a look as I grab the long-necked top-shelf swill and take a drink.
All right, and that went into our inventory, which I will click on over here. Group members share group inventory of items. Okay, that's interesting. Key items to adjust your inventory, click and drag items around to arrange them. Oh, we get inventory Tetris, how nice. Items have useful information, can be viewed by moving your cursor over them. Vehicles each have an inventory. Items can move around in each inventory. You can click and drag to move them from one vehicle to another. And inventories can be sorted to rearrange and filter them. Okay. So there's the booze I just picked up. Didn't know if there's any like any more descriptive text or anything like that. Just checking out. Codex is the in-game encyclopedia. Thank you, because I'm sure this game has quite the lexicon if it's an alternate 1930s. Okay. So as we progress, we'll get mission completions, explore the city, and we can highlight new entries to get deeper into the lore, which I love because it saves me from having to take a bunch of notes myself if I ever play the full game. Very good, very good. All right, Gia, well, yeah, tell me about you. Giovanna Randazzo. Lady, that's a ringer. Was born on ground level in the boroughs and became an underworld smuggler operating out of New York's lower districts. Her natural skill and poise, along with her criminal training she received from her uncle Alfonso, quickly established her reputation as a reliable and capable operator. All it takes, though, is one job gone wrong to turn a whole world upside down. Brutally avenging her Zio's murder earned her the nickname 8-Shot and a whole lot of heat, which she is desperate to leave behind in favor of a quiet, peaceful life somewhere in the uppers. A lofty dream, perhaps, but she'd tell you, sometimes dreams are all we got. So I don't know who Zio is. Is there a Zio entry? It doesn't seem like it, but it certainly does seem like there's a whole lot of stuff. Now, let me give you another minor gripe. I like that there's entries, but I don't like that there's locked entries that I can see. I especially don't like them that I know that there are 3 people in whatever the Barons are. Whatever that is, I know there's 3 of them. I know there's 20 people that matter. I don't like to know that. You know, I want to go in cold and fill out the codex or the journal as I discover stuff. But once I know there's a finite amount, like apparently I'll be visiting some place called Dreamland and there's 10 things that are going to matter, and only 10 in terms of needing to be defined. So I don't know, it kind of takes some of the mystery out of it for me. So I really don't like when games do that. I admire that there's a codex. I just want the codex entries to not show up until I need them to show up after I discover something that makes it pertinent. Missions, man, I like to look at the game. The UI's good. I don't know that I like these clicks. Seems like they could have done something a little more keeping with the aesthetic, but I like the look of it. All right, so this is obviously going to be mission based, and there are different heroes that we can recruit that will go with us. Okay, and vehicles, which I'm all about. Okay, cool. Oh, and and there's abilities that you can assign to your vehicles. I'm getting ahead of myself, but that is cool. All right, exit back out of that.
The booze hound's a whistling faucet, and his drool-spattered watch is worth more than my whole outfit.
Okay, but we can't lift the watch apparently. That's fine. All right, bartender.
The bartender's eyes follow my hands, making sure I don't get too familiar with the patron's belongings. I approach the counter. Morgan? I give a curt nod without response. Any other gift of familiarity would be wasted. Wilson out? A deep sullenness passes over the man.
What can I do for you, Miss Rendazzo?
All right, so there's talent checks that add an element of chance to your decisions. Okay. And influenced by your crew's talents and attributes. Maybe the highest person for a certain skill check that's in your party will affect the roll. All right, and there's difficulty rating and a minimum number. Yep. I have played an RPG before. Okay, you roll 2 6-sided die. Okay. Crew's talent attribute bonuses are all added to the dice roll. All your bonuses are shown at the top of the tooltip. Okay. And highlighting the dialogue option. Okay, good. I'm glad that is highlighted. So, perfect. So press about William. So is Gumshoe, I guess, like, because it's a talent I've got or something? I don't know. We'll find out. But I like these odds. All right, got some XP.
Morgan's eyes are gray, his knuckles raw, and the scent of 2-day-old body odor breaks through his strong cologne.
Oh, geez. Morgan, buddy.
Wilson never misses a shift.
Never's a big word, Miss Rendazzo, especially in this line of work.
It's been a while. How's business, Morgan?
Business carries on as usual, Miss Rendazzo. Mr. Blanc's morning is full, and in the evening, we host Kit Holiday.
I know that name from the radio. Shame I'll have to miss hearing her live. The glass cage might tolerate my presence during after hours, but its patience runs dry whenever respectable clientele's on the floor. I got a meeting with Mr. Blanc. Let him know I'm here.
So soon? I'm surprised. And without your uncle.
His eyes meet mine, challenging me to say anything, to reach for my piece, to balk, maybe even cry. I slowly inhale. It's too early to let some high-nosed stiff get his kicks in, so I smile.
Yeah, why are we taking crap from a guy who hadn't showered in 2 days? Like, come on.
I'm missing an Apollo Diamond picture to be here, Morgan. Help a girl out. The bartender frowns while he polishes a small tumbler. He's expecting me. I don't intend to make him wait. Do you?
There you go. Well played.
That did the trick. He reaches his hand under the counter, slowly. A part of me waits for a fiery roar of buckshot to tear through the mahogany. Instead, I hear a click and muted bell.
They'll be with you shortly, Miss Rendazzo. I assume you can show yourself out afterwards.
A familiar scent fills the air and blazy smoke drifts to the corner of my eye, drawing my attention to a darkened booth.
Oh, well, isn't that cute? Neat little parlor trick. I'm going to examine the back door before we have this
My eyes
conversation.
dart to the back door. If things go sideways, I'm a quick sprint from the exit.
Smart. Never walk into a place you never know how to get out of. This is a smart dame.
The table's already set. A narrow beam of light splits the booth. On my side, a glass of my favorite whiskey. On the other, an ember held in the hands of a man more shadow than flesh.
Drink.
Excuse me, Mr. Blanc, but I'm here for business, not pleasure.
That's right. We're on the clock.
The ember leans closer. I sweat under its pointed gaze.
Very well. A shame, Randazzo.
He stubs out the pleasantries with his dying cigarette. Onto a new smoke. Onto business.
Yeah, I don't know this guy. Maybe she does in real life, and in the fiction, right? In real life, she knows him in real life. She knows him in the fiction, but like, I don't know. I'm playing a girl that's kind of rough and tumble and deals with the underbelly of society. And it's one thing to see a bartender pour you a drink. It's another one to have your drink just waiting for you, where somebody could have, Mickey'd it or whatever. No, I'm not getting involved in that.
A young woman from the Heights requests transport to the Lowers. Nowhere in particular.
The Heights? What's some girl from upstairs want in the slums?
I don't care. She requested discretion.
Yeah, what's going on? Anything too good to be true usually is.
Sounds too easy.
For you, Randazzo, too easy is all you get. For now.
And if she brings in heat from the Heights?
Interesting that wasn't voice acted. Okay, so yeah, there's a catch, and we're expected to adapt and deal with it if the catch presents itself. She asks for discretion, but I'm not getting some other questions answered, so I'm
She
asking.
seem like the type to cause trouble? If she's getting into my car, I need to know what to expect.
She is young, naive, harmless. No threat to you.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him to open up a little bit more.
You're the one who knows things, and that's all you know?
The girl's hiding. I found her buying passage from an unsavory sort, and I offered her an alternative. She's desperate, and she had money.
Desperate and rich is a great combination.
That was nothing, but more than I could have hoped from a man who charges a premium on information. Where's Wilson? Morgan looks worse for wear out there. The yellow flame flashes on caught breath.
Mr. Wilson is no longer under my employ.
Interesting.
Shame. He owes me money. Know where I can find him? The booth darkens to a silent gloom. Even the embers quiet their dull murmurings as Mr. Blanc leans forward again.
You'd do best to forget Mr. Wilson. Him and those he associated with. Or you too will find yourself out of my employ.
Well, very touchy.
I'd struck a nerve, one that ran deep. Too deep for me to feel comfortable going any further. Mr. Blanc is a monster in his own right. I don't want to know what ghosts haunt his closet.
We don't want to press for it now, but we definitely want to find out at some point.
I'll get it done in a few hours. And maybe next time we talk, the work will require more than my babysitting skills.
Your reputation is mud, Randazzo. This is charity. Do the job. You'll be paid.
What's my reputation, mud? Just because I off somebody that killed somebody that was important to me?
Half your usual.
Half. Daredevil. So either way, ask politely. You're the one that needs something. And I don't like the power dynamic, and I don't like this guy thinking he's got one over me. So, like, ask politely. I don't know that I like that. They're both 72%, but I'm going to go with Daredevil. I think she's pretty confident in her abilities, and this guy is, he's a little too smug. Nice.
Half? No. You shouldn't even be giving me a job. You might call it charity, I call bull. Maybe I don't need to know all the details, but I am going to get paid what I deserve.
Damn right.
Careful.
I'm walking a knife's edge with bare feet, and he knows it. But he also knows I have a point. He could have given this job to anyone, but he didn't. He gave it to me. I wasn't going into this blind, not without proper pay.
See, I think that's totally fair. If you're going to give me very few details on a job that's too good to be true, and it's going to be amateur hour, then you're going to pay the premium price. You know, if you gave me all the details and I had all the information, all the variables, and I knew what I was getting into, but to act like I've got no choice in the matter and you're doing me a favor even by throwing me a bone and then insult me on top of that and going to pay me half my rate, nah, you can go screw yourself.
I'll find something else. I've worked my way from the bottom before. I don't need this. I stand to leave, burying the bluff as far in my gut as I can, keeping it from bouncing out with gritted teeth and a hand near my holster.
Randazzo, stay put. Take the job or not. You do not leave without my say-so.
That's another strike, mister.
I turn around. Sweat pools at the base of my neck for several moments as I stare intently.
Again, that wasn't voice acted, but your usual pay. Okay.
And Randazzo, do not do that again.
Then don't try to play me again. This is a business relationship. You don't own me. All right, for $30. For 30, yeah, I know it's 1930s, buddy, but like, you think my integrity is worth $15 because you're gonna pay me half, but for another $15 for a mystery job that probably gonna get me shot at, and whatever heat this lady brings down.
You'll find her outside, being obvious. Good luck, Randazzo.
Yeah, we gotta figure out some dirt on this guy or some leverage, because I don't like the way I'm. All right, I will say this for the game. I will say this for the voice acting. Within a few minutes, I'm already emotionally invested, and I already do not like this guy, and I'm already expecting trouble, and I'm already kind of into the world. I'm already immersed a little bit, and I'm already taking some of this personally. So that's a great sign. It's doing its job. All right, mission log. We've been there and done that. Yeah, I can check it again here just to be sure. Make contact with a girl. Cool. And then what else do we have? Another inventory? What do we? Oh, because we added money. Now the codex. We got something on Chuckles here. Despite being a foremost fixer in the uppers underground, Mr. Blanc is a man few know much about, if he's a man at all. But for enterprising criminals and legitimate power players alike, he's a one-stop shop for well-sourced information and high-paying work, provided he can afford his fee, of course. Okay. So yeah, he's a fixer, but New York City's a big place. He's not the only game in town, right? So we'll remember that. But yeah, we gotta do something that's gonna take this guy down a peg, or at least get us some leverage that he kind of reels it in and understands that this is a partnership. This is not a one-way street. Yeah. All right, Chuckles, you have a good one.
My eyes dart to the back door.
Okay. Yeah, they did. Now, where are my eyes dart now? How do my eyes dart to get the hell out of here? Okay, okay, got it. Back to the platform.
A string of yellow cabs idle at the curb, their vultures squawking at a young woman standing on the sidewalk, barely 20. She's a bird of paradise, too colorful for the drab concrete jungle around her. Obvious was right. That's the one.
Okay. I don't need the cab, and I can't interact with these guys, so let's just go ahead and talk to her. Ooh, what is this?
It's really something. Someday, I'll wake up to this every morning. One of the buzzards has her cornered. The girl's smile is a mask. She's being polite, but she doesn't realize how ugly this could get.
Buy them off. Oh, I'm not giving you my booze. Yeah, let's go with Enforcer. Whatever.
Hey, beat it. This fare's mine. The cabbie gawps at me, stunned I dare intrude on his meal ticket. He sneers and turns back to the girl possessive.
You pay her no mind, doll. Listen, do you like music?
I step forward and dig the snout of my pistol into the unwashed folds of his exposed
Okay.
neck.
At
At the cold touch of iron, he lets out a little rat squeak.
Okay, look, yeah, I think intimidating him is one thing. Putting a piece under his chin is something else. Like, come on, lady. Like, that's a little extreme.
Now that's music.
Oh boy,
You're with me, Principessa. The girl locks eyes with me and instantly puts the pieces together. She's a fast one.
thanks ever so much, but my friend's here? Have a nice day.
She trots over to me. The buzzards grumble and fly off, on the prowl for their next piece of roadside meat, leaving one stubborn hanger-on to squawk.
Like, I understand that maybe running a cab and having a cab license is a competitive endeavor, but that seems a little predatory for cabbies, but okay.
You better watch your back, girlie. We'll see you later.
I mean, watch my back. I'm the one with the piece.
That sure was scary. I didn't realize. Thank you, Miss Smuggler?
Oh, jeez. Nellie, what are we going to do with you?
I give her a once-over, like a filament warming up inside a bulb. Her shaken nerves are slowly replaced with a beaming smile. My silence doesn't seem to deter her optimism.
So, you're my driver. I'm Nellie. Well, Dr. Eleanor Reinhardt, technically, but please, Nellie's fine.
Dr. Eleanor Reinhardt.
Name's Gia. So, doctor, huh?
That's right. My degree is in theoretical aethonics. I did my dissertation on Cherenkov radiation's impact on Aether particulate flux. Columbia, then NYU for postgrad. Such a gorgeous campus. Have you been?
Yeah, 3 times a week.
Can't say I have.
It's pretty close to the Helicline Institute of Aethonics. Olympus Park is what most people call it. Where I work. Or worked, anyway.
Worked before you absconded with the research you got hidden in your little satchel and are trying to smuggle out of the city?
She fidgets with her big, overstuffed briefcase. Something about it bothers me. This isn't your average rich socialite clutching her purse in a rough part of town. She's clinging to it like a life raft.
Yeah, let's back up, right? We have a mysterious doctor, young, who's trying to get out of the city and leave the area that she is most secure, leave a good job that she has, and what she did, theoretical aethonics. Dissertation on radiation's impact on the Aether particulate flux. So radiation and theoretical aethonics, the power, what does keep the city flying, sounds like that could be a bad combination. And she's clearly trying to get something more than herself out of the city.
I hope you don't mind me saying so, but you make quite a striking impression.
Lady, are you hitting on me?
The girl's eyes sparkle with curiosity. She's a bright little thing, smart, switched on, and she's doing an admirable job of hiding how scared she really is. Her voice drops to a conspiratorial whisper.
Are you really a smuggler?
Just tell her the
Depends
truth.
who's asking.
Well, I am silly. How does one become a smuggler anyways?
I don't know, maybe we stop talking and we get in the car and we can have this conversation while I'm doing my job.
Usually not by choice.
Wowzers.
Wowzers? Okay.
Uh-huh. My car's this way. Come on. I get an itchy feeling, like we're being watched. This whole thing has me off kilter. like walking into a room without turning on the lights.
Yeah, well, it's a good thing you didn't do anything suspicious, like walk up and put a gun in a guy's face and then stand there gawping and talking with each other longer than you had to. All right.
Zio always liked cabbies, said they were useful. This is where he and I disagreed.
Okay. Then our mission got updated. Travel to the ferry terminal, and then our codex got updated. Cabbies! I'm not gonna waste time reading the entry on cabbies. I'm pretty much familiar with
We
them.
step into my ride. I twist the ignition, and we set off. I catch the girl scanning the interior. So, where am I dropping you off? The lowers is pretty big.
Oh, anywhere, really. I'm sure I'll find my way where I need to.
All right, could you be more suspicious? Because either this is like she has no idea, which is a problem in and of itself, or she doesn't want anybody to be able, she doesn't want us to be able to answer where we've dropped her off later when she disappears.
There's only sincerity in that voice. Mr. Blanc wasn't kidding. This really is a babysitting job.
Drop me off anywhere in New York City is not something a normal person says, even in the 2026, more or less what a fictional 1930s.
Ooh, what's that button do?
Yeah, don't press that.
Ah, so it must be some type of modification. I bet it's a supercharger. They always have those in the comics. Oh, I know. It's an ejector seat. Wait, it's not for the passenger side, is it?
She's not even really talking to me. Her motor mouth is just spinning out of control. I've got to learn what the hell's going on with this easy transport.
Yeah, let's give her a once over here while we're driving. I haven't failed anything yet, which I'm not complaining about, but I wonder if this dice system is a fail forward system, or if it's just like, oh, well, you didn't get the check, so you didn't learn nothing. My favorite systems are the ones where you can fail, but you still advance somehow despite failure. Maybe you don't get the desired result, maybe you even create complications, but you still fail forward. And I'm interested to see like what happens when we fail a die roll.
The faint smell of ash fills the car. A spent handkerchief hides in her palm. Small Aether burns scar her fingertips. Not an ounce of luggage other than the case.
Yeah.
Doc has something to hide. So where are you going, kid? Family? Friends?
Oh, no. I'm here all by myself.
Anywhere you planning on visiting? I'm not much of a tour guide.
That's my own business. Thank you.
You're running from someone. By the looks of it, you barely got away. So, what's some pampered lab rat doing on the run? You steal something in that case of yours?
Yeah, obviously.
The girl's shocked silent. Lies and half-truths run across her eyes, but none of them make the cut. I had her dead to rights. Don't worry, kid. You're not the first with a story like that.
That's not my story. Well, not all of it. I didn't steal anything, I swear.
It's not stealing if I take my own research. Nelly, Nelly, Nelly.
She looks out the window, quiet and still. Last thing I need is some heights drama following me down here and ruining an easy payday. While we're talking, my eyes keep getting pulled to the rear view like it's a magnet. I can't shake the feeling we're not alone.
Because we're not. We're going to end up in a car chase combat sequence. I can feel it.
I juke down a couple service paths and hop across an access junction. Sure enough, when we pop back onto street level, the same dark shape is lurking behind us. Hang on to something, kid. This might get bumpy. I pop open the hidden compartment under the dash and point to it. The girl catches on almost instantly, and there's only a moment of hesitation before she shoves her briefcase inside.
Okay. Click on the location to view info and set as your destination. Okay. You may encounter unexpected events along your route. All right. So we want to get to the terminal, right? Yeah. Surprise encounter.
I catch a glimpse of the man tailing us. He's got the easy posture and the liquid metal smile of a seasoned killer. In the rear view, his eyes burn like ice above a jagged scar.
No! How did he find me?
Well, that answers that.
Who?
Time you came home, darling.
Okay.
Nellie? Who is that?
Looks like you found a little tour guide, Eleanor. Got no quarrel with you, smuggler. Pull over, and you can drive away clean.
We can't, Gia. Please, we can't.
Don't worry, kid. Just keep your head down. This will be over soon.
Okay, enemy vehicles can be damaged by selecting a weapon, and then an enemy vehicle to shoot. Each weapon can only be used once per turn. Hover over locations on your to preview your path. Click on a location and move there. Moving forward costs more than moving backward. Moving forward costs more than moving backward. Okay. You can combine attacks and movements by selecting an ability and then choosing a location to use it. Okay. So these are bystanders, and this is the guy I'm actually trying to get away from. So, and it's not escape the pursuer, it's eliminate the pursuer. So we have 16 points that we can do something with. That seems like a lot. But I guess each of these attacks are like... So we have a rear-facing Gatling gun and a right-facing shotgun. And we can ram in any direction. It's interesting that the shotgun is only right, but okay. I'm not interested in taking out the bystanders. That's only 3? Sure. Let's move back here and open up with this Gatling gun. So I'm kind of zooming in. Oh, yeah. We literally do have a Gatling gun in our trunk. Alright, can only be used once. Right? And then we're done. We can't move any further, right? Thought we could combine things. We did have some movement left, so... I can ram him. And that frees up some opportunities here to come over. And then we can maybe move up here again. Alright, then we end the turn. Bystander.
It doesn't have to go like this.
Well, I mean, it is going to go like this. In front of you again, and Gatling. Oh, wow, I have a cooldown. No. Like, just hide back in here. Oh, okay, so we're gonna lose some these lanes here next turn, is that right?
Give it up.
Interesting. Can I push him over? No. I sure can. And then I can move over, make his life a little more uncomfortable, right? So if I stay here, he's got to ram me to get out of this, right? Let's end turn, find out. Interesting. What happened? Oh, he's gonna hit something?
Another notch on the
Sweet.
dash.
Okay, yeah. That's what I was hoping for. When it confused me when the road ran out.
Did
And
it, Gia? He's gone.
confused me when the hazard ran out and then nothing happened immediately. But I'm glad that that worked.
That was too easy. We need to get off this island, now.
Victory! We got some scrap metal. All right. Not gonna ask how or why, but sure, we got it. I'll take it.
Stop! All vehicles leaving Astoria Bay require an exit permit.
Which I should know, being a smuggler, and I should already have. This should not be something I'm trying to just think about right now.
I got my papers.
There-
Verified this morning by...
All exit permits from before noon today are considered void.
What?
You'll have to acquire a new permit inside the terminal.
Look, maybe there is some other arrangement we can reach. I flash a clip of greenbacks underneath my outstretched expired permit. The guard looks unimpressed.
Ma'am, that might fly where you're from, but not up here. You'll have to get a permit like everyone else. Now
Before
move.
noon today. Okay. All right. Fine. We will follow the railroaded plot and do the
He
thing.
waves me on, and I drive towards an open spot near the entrance of the terminal. People mill about, laughing in the sun, but something's off. The world feels grainy and sluggish, like I'm wading through sand. I need to keep the girl close.
Yeah, she's your meal ticket. Of course you do. All right, what do we have here that we can look at? Skyline.
There's
You know?
not a dark cloud in the sky or a black hat in the crowd, but my shoulders remain tense.
Interesting that we can kind of like pan a little, just that very little bit. Show the highlights. I don't see any other highlights. All right.
We're killing time in a sea of hard limbs, well-used pocket watches, and dull chatter, waiting for a permit. Bureaucracy moves slow in the uppers without the right type of love to grease the wheels.
Gia, are you sure we can't take my briefcase? It's very important.
Better off out of sight than getting swiped in a pickpocket's hunting ground. See that? I nod and put a spotlight on an act I've played myself. A gal trips into a gentleman. The gentleman goes to help her. And the bag he's briefly forgotten about glides away in the hands of her partner.
Jeepers! Oh, that poor man. We should
do nothing. Right now, we keep our heads down and avoid bringing attention to ourselves.
Oh.
You got a good heart, Ellie, but you gotta learn a lot about the world.
Look, no one's prying my stash open, and I've got an eye on the car. Besides, we'll be back in the Chimera in no time.
Chimera is a great name for a vehicle.
Right. What's the phrase? Staying low. I'm just worried because, oh, Gia, look! Cotton clouds! Oh, I haven't had uppers candy in years.
The girl runs off, leaving me to idle in line.
That seems ill-advised, but I'm not going to call after her because I would just draw more attention. Let her. Right now, she's just a girl blending in at a treat vendor or whatever.
She's like a bird from a cage. Bright eyes sparkle as she flits at every vendor between her and the cotton cloud stand. The speakers call out names with far more cheer than they deserved. Dreamland, Nation's Crusade, and so on. None were ours. The girl seems determined to stay obvious.
Yeah, right.
We've still got time before the ferry leaves, but I growl as I give up my spot in line and
Oh,
beat feet
okay. I thought we
after
were
her.
inspecting her.
The girl's busy drilling the vendor about sugar to syrup ratios. A stick of cotton later, I heard her back in line. Unfortunately, it hasn't moved. I let her get in a few sweet bites before I feed her something bitter. What did that scarred-up black hat want with you? Her face falls mid-bite. The pink cloud sags like a lead balloon.
I've thought of at least 5 different ways to explain it, but it's complicated. Usually I'd ask someone for advice, but he's not here.
He's not here. His head's in the bag in the car. forcefully ask. I mean, yeah. We're getting shot at, I should know. Okay, so we failed. Okay, so what? Okay, interesting. So this is what I was kind of hoping we'd fail once I could see what happened.
You knew who that was. Why is he after you?
I don't know.
Okay, so we just get stymied.
He almost ran us off the road and killed us both. Filled my car full of holes that your fee doesn't cover. Is that not enough to jog your memory?
See, this is fair.
I
Okay.
press too hard and she shuts down in front of me. I'll have to ask her more later.
Okay, so the fail state is you fail. Got it.
Look, kid, I got shot at for you. I was told to expect a simple transport, and now I'm stuck looking over my shoulder. You owe me a whole lot more than it's complicated. What's in the case?
I'm sorry. You're right. And I'm sorry you got shot at. It's my research.
Yeah.
It's very important, but I don't know why anyone else would want it.
I give her a side eye. I need the whole picture, but all I'm getting is an unfinished canvas.
It's the well.
What about it? So a bodega sign falls off and disappears every now and then. Neighborhood's already coming to pieces anyhow.
It's expanding. Getting bigger. Stronger. It's going to get bad, Gia. Really bad.
Okay, now we're onto something.
You're pulling my leg.
No, I swear, Gia, the car!
Jeez.
Minutes. I'd only taken my eyes off the car for a few damn minutes. Time stops long enough for me to catch the tail end. The glare of green lights, the lift of red-white metal, and the blur of a black hat.
Okay, not to tell you your business, Gia. Number one, why are your keys in the car? Number two, if it doesn't take keys, why is your car not booby-trapped or require some sort of elaborate ignition sequence that only you know? Come on.
They took my car.
You let them take your car.
Gia, my research was in the car. What are we going to do?
We're going, now. Ferry's here. I know a place we can hide on board, but we gotta move.
But...
No buts, kid. Move. If they've got the car, we've got to assume they're on our tail. We stick to the plan, get to the lowers, and hole up somewhere safe. After that, we're gonna figure out how you're getting my car back.
Well, I'm confused because isn't the car up here and isn't the research up here and the whole point of her, like, why are... I'm a little... Gia, I have questions. Okay, so we leveled up. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's find out. Hero talents. Complete missions and encounters to earn XP and level up. When you level up, each of your heroes gain a talent point for you to spend. Each hero has access to different talents. Increase your talent proficiency to more likely to succeed in dialogue checks. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Increasing talents can unlock new skills. These skills grant your heroes new abilities and bonuses when they are part of your crew. Perfect. So you want a well-rounded crew to get to basically benefit from their bonuses. Now, what I'm wondering is everybody a mandatory hire in this game, or is there a diverse enough roster that could fill the same role that if you like one person over another and you don't want to recruit somebody because you just maybe don't like their attitude or whatever, can you find somebody else to fill that role, or is there just one designed crewmate to fill out each role that's already been kind of like, you know, prescribed to be in your party? Being that it's a voice acted game, I'm betting that we don't have a lot of options. Level up to enhance your crew's talents and attributes, improve your bonuses. Each crew member has access to different talents. Access your talents by selecting the crew portraits in the top left. All right. So she's okay. Brass, hustle, and smarts. Are those the? Okay, these are like the guiding principles: brass, hustle, and smarts, and then there's subsets of those. Okay. Got it. I like that you can zoom in. So what do we have already? Do we have anything? No, we're starting out, we're a clean slate. Interesting. This seems cool. I like the talent tree idea, and this gives me, the impression that Gia can be built different ways. And unless they're going to give you so many talent points by the end of the game, you can like build into everything. But that I have a doubt that'd be a lot. So let's think about this, or not. We don't have to think about it. It's a demo. I can just go with whatever I think. Brainiac. See, I wish it told me what Brainiac covers. When you heal a vehicle, I don't understand how that has to do with Brainiac. I would think that would be something more tech related. Mass repair. All right. See, this is where they should tell us something like what these govern, and then give us examples, and other than just the talents themselves, right? Jump costs 0 AP. Bootleg turn. So much right now. They seem all very combat focused for the car. New combat action evade, 20% chance to dodge everything. That seems useful. At the end of the turn, adjacent enemies receive the engine failure status. They're forced to move backwards at the start of each of its turns. That's interesting. Swap places with any adjacent vehicle sounds interesting. So far, strategist sounds like the coolest one, but let's see here. Yeah, even Gumshoe is about the cars. One ram per turn. New combat action counter ram. That's Grease Monkey sounds interesting because it's just a flat health regen for your vehicle. Convert remaining AP to health. I think that's the way we go. This seems like it's just an how do I lock them in? Oh, you have to go to the Grease Mark Monkey first. Okay. I'm not understanding. Why can't I get anything? This is a very weird system. I'm clicking on it. I'm trying to allocate points. Okay, upgrade, yes. Okay, there we go. Unlock tune-up, yes. That's a weird way to have to do that. Okay, but we got tune-up done, so we are officially regenning. And we get a +1 to Grease Monkey checks. Okay, cool. Back out of that. And our missions are updated. And the codex. Who is the man in the black hat? Okay. We're gonna wrap up here for now. Before we go any further. So, yeah, let's go exit main menu. Overall impressions, I really like the look of the game. I really like the stylings. I like most of the voice acting, and the premise is interesting. As I said earlier, I'm already kind of like invested and curious about where this goes and about some of the characters, and I had kind of a visceral reaction to some guy already trying to becoming my business as I'm playing GS. So I think there's enough here that's interesting to me that I can see picking this up and want to play through it. I might watch this and wishlist it and wait for it to go on a sale or something and check it out at that point. Criticisms. I think that while this is a interesting start to the game, it seems like it's obviously the opening chapter of the game. It's kind of I would rather it would have dumped us more like in media res and got to the action and got to some of the things a little faster. I understand that Noir likes to take its time, you know, and all the gin joints and all the world. I get it. All right. And there's quite a little bit of world building it's trying to do. But the whole idea of us going and negotiating to take this job to then do it, we could have started with already being assigned the job. It could have, like, if there was a little bit of this could have been an email or this could have been a cutscene going on at the beginning of the game, having to go through the whole song and dance. Like, it's interesting to see the systems, to see the roles, to get the dialogue, to get a feel. I get it. But there was a whole lot of adventure game clicking on things and going through dialogue options that really weren't options, and making some skill check rolls that really didn't seem to have too much impact on the outcome either way. So, you know, like, out of the time we spent in it, do I feel like it was fun? Absolutely. Yeah, it was cool. And I mean, but it just seems like it's a slow burn to get started. And some of this, I think we could have jumped in a little bit more and had some a little more excitement and a little more, and not just car chases or whatever, but you know, had a little bit more meat and a little bit less appetizer. I don't know. Is that a thing? I'm going to make it a thing. I feel like we faffed about a little bit too much, and we could have just got to the point, jumped right into the action, and then caught up on the back end, or as the action was playing out, we could have caught up with some stuff. So, but all things considered, I thought it was pretty cool. I really, really like the look of it. I dig the premise. I dig the setting. I want to know what's going on. It's got my curiosity already, so I'm definitely going to wishlist it. It's just kind of a matter of when I would take another look at it, but I think overall it's pretty cool. Anyway, thanks for joining me, for checking this out. I'll link the Steam page and everything to the game in the kind of the doobly-doo in the comments for the video, and really appreciate you taking the time to check out Aether 9 with me. We'll see you next time.